A very pleasant good morning to everyone. I'm really happy to welcome you all to this English session of today. And how are you, my students? Hope you are all doing fine, staying safe at home, just concentrating on your works. From today onwards, I hope today is your English test, and the portions are given as two general, that first unit prose, but it is a fun that it is a, what I can say, that it is a thing which is not, I just thought that one more week is there for you for your examination, and so I gave the portion as the first unit, but after that only I could realize that I will get only one, that same day of that Monday only I'm getting that class as well as the test after sending the question paper. So I'll just help you to write the examination, no problem, but prepare it well. Right? Read that text one or two times, you will be able to write all the answers correctly. Right? 2 synonyms I asked. Most probably that book back things, that is very common words. You must be very cautious. You must be very cautious. What is the meaning of the word cautious? Very careful, right? There is scarcity for food nowadays since the lockdown is there for the poor people, downtrodden people. What is the meaning of the word scarcity? Lack of, right? Something like that. Then another one question I asked, who said these words to whom from the story, from that lesson, first lesson, that who said to whom, you will be able to answer if you listen to me in this class, right? Then write definition for the words that I told you in the interaction class, right? Write definition from what I have asked. Then foreign meaning of the foreign words, that also what we have discussed in that class, from that. Then 2 questions I asked from this prose lesson that you can write on your own. Very, very simple question. Now, today it is a little, I'm a little in a hurry because I have to complete this gist at least. See, one small incident I thought of telling you, but since it is time, I will just proceed to it. And after completing, towards the end of this class, I will tell you that small incident which I wanted to tell you, right? Right. Once this first lesson is 2 gentlemen of Verona. 2 gentlemen of Verona. See, the Verona is a city in Rome, and it is written by A.J. Gardiner. A.J. Crony, not Gardiner, it is A.J. Crony. Right. See, if you take this A.J. Cronin, he's a Scottish novelist. A novelist from Scotland. Scotland, England, Ireland, Scotland. And he's a dramatist also. Basically, he is a physician. You know who is a physician? A doctor, right? And he became a writer by accident. And he was recovering from his illness and started writing his first novel, Hatter's Castle. So he became popular by writing the novel Hatter's Castle. That is his first novel, and while he was writing the first itself, he became very popular. That is, and this many of his stories, emerged from the medical field in which he worked. He was involved himself in. And his writings, especially these novels, is famous for his narrative skill and social consciousness. When he was writing the novel, he was always aware of the society, his social consciousness, and his books were not only became the best sellers, but some of them were made into successful dramas, stories, etc. And some became read this serials and adopted for radios in that days. And see, the theme of the story is appearances are often deceptive. And one more thing we could learn from the story, that is, as long as there is people, as long as people are willing to sacrifice themselves for others, there is hope for humanity. Hope you understand the meaning. As long as people are willing to sacrifice themselves for others, there is hope for humanity. That is the moral that we could, message that this story tells us. As long as there are people who is willing to make sacrifices for others, there is hope for humanity. Right? Right. So one day, A.J. Cronin, along with his driver, the name of the driver is Lizzi. Luigi, Lizzi. He, as well as that our author, they were just traveling in a car through the foothills of Alp mountain range in Europe, a famous mountain range in Europe. As they were moving towards the footsteps of that mountain range, what is the purpose of that travel is not being mentioned here. Anyway, they were moving. As they were moving and reaches towards the outskirts of Verona, they could see two small children selling strawberries. So they stopped. You might have seen on the way to Nagarkoil or Tirunelveli, if you go there, if you get a chance to, you can see so many people standing by the side of the road and selling things, flowers, fruits, etc., etc. So similarly, these two boys were standing by the side of the road. As they were nearing that outskirts of Verona, they could see these two small boys, very small boys, and they were selling strawberries. And by seeing them, they were very shabby in appearance, not well dressed, that they were very poor. Their outward appearance says that they are not that well-to-do. They not belong to a well-to-do family. So very poor look they have. And by seeing them, and their hairs are not combed properly, dress is not that much neat, torn, ragged dress they were wearing. So by seeing them, Lizzi said, don't buy. Don't buy from them. The reason behind it is, so who said these words to whom? Don't buy. Who said this? Lizzi said to our A.J. Cronin, our author, right? He said, don't buy. The reason behind it is, he said, you will get better fruits inside the city. If you go there, you will get better fruits. These boys are standing on the way and they are selling something. And moreover, the appearance of the children, how they look, it is not at all good to get the fruits from these ugly looking, shabbily looking boys. This is what Lizzi said. But the author felt a little sympathy, pity towards these two boys, and he bought the whole basket of fruits, even though it is not needed for him, just to feeling pity towards that, just to encourage the small boys. He bought the whole strawberries, and they were moving towards Verona. Right? Now let us see about these two boys. These two boys by name, one's name is Nicola. The other one is Jacob. Nicola and Jacopo. The elder was 13 years old and the other was 12 years old. Right? So, one is 13-year-old and the other one is 12 years old. The appearance, as I said, they don't have a proper hair, tangled hair. Dress is very shabby, that is untidy, not neat. And they hold the basket in their hands. And getting that biggest basket in his hand, they left towards Verona. So that day passed. The next day, the other could see, he went to, for some other purpose, he was just going through the road, just moving in his vehicle. And he felt that he has to polish his shoes. So he got down from the car and he went there. He saw a small two boys sitting and mending the shoes. So he went there. To his surprise, he could see that it is no other person than the two boys he met the previous day who was selling strawberries. So he asked them, "See, yesterday I saw you selling fruits. Today you are mending the shoes." The children said, "Yes, sir, we will do many works. It is not only just selling fruits. It is not only mending the shoes. We help people to go to the neighboring places, to the tourists. We will act as a guide. We are very familiar with all these places. So, if some visitors come there to see the places, we will accompany them and help them to showing the places as guide. We will do that work also. And we does many other works." See, the author was very much impressed by the briskness, the sincerity, the honesty, the innocence of these two children. So he mended his shoes and went on that day. Right? And after that, and one day, as he said that we will help people to go to different places around the picnic spots, the author was very much astonished. And he went. The next day, he just went on his own work. These boys were doing many works here and there. Whatever works they could do, they were doing. And now the A.J. Cronin, along with Luigi, has to go back to their own place. That is, they have to move from that Verona. So just before that, the author met him and told him that within 1 or 2 days, we are moving from here. I really appreciate you. I really felt happy to see your briskness, your honesty, your sincerity towards work. I was extremely impressed by your performance. See, since I am leaving this place, I thought of doing some help to you. I wish to help you. If you need any help from me, You must ask me. For that, the elder one, that is Nicholas, said, "Thank you, sir. We don't want any help from you. Thank you very much. We don't. We will manage." And he said, "We will manage." But the small boy said, "Sir, will you please help me to take us to a nearby place by name Polta?" Polta, which is around 30 kilometers from this place. Will you help give a, will you please take us in your vehicle? This Sunday we will be going to that Polta. But the children did not tell him why they are going to this Polta on Sunday. The author also did not ask them why they are going to Polta, right? And since it is Sunday, the author gave off to this driver. So Sunday, he has no driver. So he himself has to drive the vehicle. Since he felt pity or he wished to help the children, he told them, "Yes, I will manage. Since though there is no driver on that day, I myself will come and drop you and pick you up from that port." So that's Sunday. Right, before this one small incident, that is another one day, the author met these two small children in the bus stand, that is city, late at night. Right, late at night. One day he met them in the selling fruits. The other day he saw them mending the shoes. They told that they can act as guide also. And another day, while he was going along that road in the city, he could see these two small children late at night. That is around 12 o'clock. They were sitting by the in the bus stand in one small stone-like thing. The Nicola was sitting straight. Jacopo was just leaning on his shoulder. Since he is a small child, he might have felt sleepy late at night. He was sleeping. The other was astonished to see these small children late at night in the bus stand. He asked them, "Why are you being here? What is the reason behind you people here late at night?" And these two small children said that, "See, the last train will come just now. And we were waiting for the last train. So when the people get down from the train, they will get the newspaper and they will go along. So just to sell the newspapers, we are here. So by selling the newspaper also, we will earn something." So he saw them. So in this, as a fruit seller, he saw the two children as a cobbler, then now as newspaper boy. And just before leaving to Verona, he asked, "What help you want from me?" The elder one said, "I don't want any help, sir. Thank you very much for your concern." And the younger one says, "Sir, this Sunday, will you please drop us to this place which is 30 kilometers away from our place?" That is, the name of the place is Polta. And both the sides, they did not ask why the reason behind them going. But the unfortunate thing is that particular day, Sunday, the driver is off. So he has to go by himself. The other has to take the children by himself. But he wanted to help them because he was very much impressed by the behavior, attitude, their briskness, their duty consciousness, all these things. So he said, "Yes, I will be coming." And then next Sunday, the other came at the stipulated time and he picked the two children up and they traveled to Polta. As they were nearing Polta, the children showed the way. He asked the two children asked the other to stop in front of a very big villa, very big bungalow-like building. The other just thought within his mind, it is Sunday. These people, the other's opinion is that they are going to their home, right? But this building is very big, just like a villa. It is bungalow. How it is was astonishing. And the children got down from the vehicle. The place came. They asked him to stop in front of that villa. It stopped. They got down from the vehicle. And very quickly they said, we will be back within 1 hour. We will come back within 1 hour. Just till then, you please wait. The children went. The author, that is that A.J. Cronin, just waited there for some time. But he wanted to find out what is the reason behind these people going inside this big bungalow. That curiosity is there in his mind. So, without the knowledge of the children, A.J. Cronin also followed these two children. And these children went inside, and there was a gate before entering that inside of that place where the children went. There's a small gate. And by the side of that gate, there is a girl, there is a lady with a nurse's dress. She is standing with the nurses. So by her appearance itself, we could make out that she's a nurse. She was standing there. And these children went inside, and he was just looking through that door. He could see that these two children were talking to a girl, a young girl. Right? They were talking very curiously, and they three of them were sitting together just like brothers and sister. Right? Brothers and sister. And you don't know what is this thing. What is the reason? Who is this person? He has set out. He don't want to ask the children, because so far the children did not reveal the purpose behind their visit to this place. So he did not like to interfere in their personal affair. So he did not ask them anything. But he asked that nurse, who is this girl? Why these two children? Who are these two children? All these particulars about the whereabouts about the two children and that girl to this nurse. Now the nurse narrated all about this two children. That is, the three are brothers and sister, and these children lost their parents in war. They lost their parents in war. So automatically they have grudge towards the Germans, since because of them their parents were lost. So whenever that there is a protest against the Germany people, country, they will join that movement also. Right? And they have only one sister, but the unfortunate thing about her is she got a disease, that is tuberculosis of the spine. Tuberculosis of the spine. In the spinal column, that is tuberculosis. So the children, they don't know what to do. Now they are orphans. What to do, they do not know. At the small young age of 13 and 12, there is nobody to take care of them. So what they did is, they just admitted this girl in this hospital. It is hospital like a care center, right? They admitted that girl there, and every week they will work and get the money for their medical expenses of this girl, right? Medical expenses of this girl. And now I will, since it is getting time, I will just ask you one or two questions. We do many things, sir. Who said these words? The children, right? Or Nicholas said to the author, none. Must you work so hard? Why are you working so hard? What is the purpose behind you people working so hard? Who asked this? The author asked to the boys, right? This is who said to whom. Then two small questions I asked. Who did the narrator meet at the outskirts of Verona? The author met, the narrator, the author, A.J. Cronin, met two boys selling strawberries on the outskirts of Verona, right? Then, why did the driver not approve of the narrator buying fruits from the boys? Why the driver did not advise the author to buy fruits from the boys? Because one thing is, they will get the fruits cheap inside the city. That is his opinion. The other one, the main reason is the boys were shabby in appearance. So these questions you have to answer. Write the test well and prepare your test, that foreign words and definition of these words. Synonym, very simple synonyms and antonyms I asked. You can answer. So write your exam well. The remaining we will see in the next class, right? That story also I will tell you in the next class. Okay, children?